Religion Podcast with me, your boy, your friend, your host, Angel J. Yeah. What the fuck? Today is August 1st, the year 2019. That's right. 2019 years from when the earth started. I think that's what that means. Anyways, today we are going to be talking about a lot of shit that just pisses me off, man. Like sometimes I just want to punch something. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'll do it. I'll punch a let's see, what could I punch? If I really think about it, what can I punch? I mean, I could punch a bag. There's punching bags. I could punch a friend. Maybe you might have a friend that's like, hey, come on over and just punch me. Go ahead and just punch me. Okay, look, I don't know where I was going with this. This is the first episode of this podcast. Welcome. All right, first thing we are going to talk about today is Lil Nas X. Why are we talking about Lil Nas X? Well, today, it's not because he's gay. It's not because whatever else he does. Today, we are talking about Lil Nas X because he's getting sued. That's right, folks. People do not want to see a young man shine for more than about 20 weeks. This man has the biggest song of all time. You've all heard it. Lil Nas X, Old Town Road. This thing has been number one on Billboard for about 17 weeks now. That is insane. That's bigger than any Elvis song, the Beatles, fucking everybody. The crazy thing is, this man, Lil Nas X, which I don't even know his real name, is getting sued by a man named Bobby Caldwell. Because apparently the beginning of Old Town Road, and I'm sure you've all heard the little riff that kind of starts a song where it's like, bing, ding, ding, ding. I can't, you know what? I don't really know exactly how to do it. But that little riff is apparently Bobby Caldwell's. And he wants $25 million from Lil Nas X for using that riff on not just one of his songs, Old Town Road, but apparently he used this riff on two of his songs. So this sample is basically his entire career, because I don't know any other song titles besides Old Town Road by this guy. And then all the other remixes he has about 30 remixes for this song. So hopefully it all goes good for Lil Nas X. I mean, it's kind of crazy how this happens. You make a song, and just like that, the song's not even yours. I mean, think about what happened to Juice WRLD. He made a song and only receives, like 5% of the royalties? I mean, the worst thing is hardly anything's original anymore. I mean, there's so much saturation in music. It's hard to even make up your own shit, I think. Without in some way getting influenced a little bit and it showing in your music. This shit happened a long time ago to Vanilla Ice. I think every time that one song gets played, Vanilla Ice goes more in debt. So think about that. You make a hit song, every time it gets played, you owe money. Man, so hopefully Lil Nas X works this out. We'll see how it plays out. But I guess that's just how the music industry goes. And it's a cold game. It's a cold game. All right, but next topic we're going to talk about today is this huge brawl that happened in baseball. I'm going to say this is the biggest brawl in baseball. This turned into, well, it stemmed from, I would say, a little jealousy over some home runs, okay? A little foul play, okay? A little dirty baseball, some dirty pitches, a couple baseball players were cussing each other out. And eventually, it led to this brawl, which I think is one of the biggest fights I can remember. Okay, so what happened? The Reds and the Pirates are towards the end of a game when Amir Garrett decides that he is going to try to fight the entire Pirates dugout. Now, luckily for Amir, some of his teammates come to his rescue. One of those being Yasiel Puig, who had just been traded during the game. Right before this entire fight ensued. So, we're not sure as far as what's going to happen. I couldn't even believe that they finished the game. There's definitely going to be some players who we won't see for a while. Well, maybe we'll keep an update on this, but definitely some wild shit. How do you guys feel about fighting? Have you ever been in a fight? Look, I say, let them fight. Hey, you guys want to fight? Let them fight. They should stop the game. Let the players fight in the outfield. Okay? I mean, they let players fight in hockey a little bit. They get in a little beef. And they throw a couple haymakers. 1-2 haymaker. But UFC, they just straight hit each other with elbows. So, I mean, sports, it's a wild thing. But I don't know. Hopefully you guys don't get in any fight soon, and we'll see how that turns out. But the next thing I want to talk about is this new Netflix special coming out called The Irishman. The Irishman, directed by Martin Scorsese, starring some of my favorite actors ever, okay? Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, and Al Pacino. I have an uncle that looks exactly like Robert De Niro. I cannot wait for this movie to come out. It looks like another one of those Martin Scorsese mob films. I love Martin Scorsese's work. I mean, he's done so many amazing movies. He did like The Aviator with Leonardo DiCaprio. He did Casino, Raging Bull, Goodfellas, Gangs of New York, just some real sick movies. If you guys haven't seen some of his stuff, be sure to check out some of those movies. But this movie's coming out, and it looks like it's going to be the story of, some people believe that John F. Kennedy was killed by the American mob. And I'll keep it real. I always wanted to be in the mob. You know, when I was a baby, you know, I used to think I was Robert De Niro. And, you know, I used to be like, man, fuck him, man. I don't know if you've seen Taxi Driver, but, dude, when I saw that movie, I was doing push-ups right after, bro. I was like about 1 or 2. So, just so you get an idea, there's just something cool about being in the mob. You know, he's like, yeah, you know, fucking Polly gotta bring the goddamn sausages to the table. We got the fucking potatoes. We got the fucking... And it's sick. It's really sick, bro. You see Robert De Niro, he always got that face like, that's exactly how my uncle looks, dude. I'm dead serious. But I cannot wait till this movie comes out. Wait, what was I talking about? Okay, so I think this movie is a story about how the American mob assassinated John F. Kennedy, because that's what some people believe. But we'll see how it comes out. This thing's gonna be sick. Make sure to watch this for sure. You know, I will definitely be tuning in. All right, next thing I want to talk about is a little 19-year-old gentleman named Christoph Malik. Now, this kid, well, young man, is the fastest men's 200-meter butterfly swimmer on planet Earth. So he just beat the new world record previously held by Michael Phelps. And I don't really like how NBC stated that he shattered the record, kind of implying that he beat the record by a lot. I mean, 1 second is a lot, really, but not really. So that's a little extra. But think about that, okay? You're the fastest, and I don't know if you know what a butterfly is. But obviously, there's real butterflies that kind of fly around. But when you're swimming, there's different kinds of ways to swim, okay? You could swim kind of like, you could doggy paddle. You could backstroke. You could just do, you could just kind of swim like a frog. Or something like that. But this is the butterfly. So this is kind of like where you kind of slap your ass and then kind of bring your hands forward and then swim like that. And this guy's the best at doing that. And this guy, Christoph Malik from Hungary. And I'm hungry right now. But the real question is, I think, was he high? Because unless he was high, he didn't really beat the record, I think. That's just my opinion, okay? That's just my opinion. This the fellow right here, and he got a little growth on his neck. I didn't want to say it. I don't know what that is, but he can get that checked out now. But, I mean, he's the fastest butterflyer. And some people call him, just flyers. Or just BFs or something like that. But America didn't do too good, that's for sure. Good one, Zach. That's Christoph right there. This is Zach right here. In 6th place. So, good one, Zach. We got beat by Japan. Oh, what the hell? So, but like I said, unless he was high, I don't think he beat the record. I think it's a whole nother thing to swim high. First time I ever got high, I did go swimming. I forgot I had to breathe underwater. It was quite the experience, but I fell in love with it. All right, well, hey, that concludes our podcast for this week. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when the next podcast comes out next week, 1 p.m. I will be here for you guys. Thanks so much for listening. As you guys know, YouTube doesn't really pay me anything. I'll probably get a GoFundMe started soon, and then also just go live with cameras. But peace, y'all. See you next week.